The center here you have on 45th Avenue where you do weights, aerobics, and all kinds of things. Can you tell us how long you've been there, Emery?
That's right. Well, we're going to be there almost 4 years now, and we're very successful there also. We're getting more and more clientele, and everybody's just enjoying the place tremendously. We're getting more competitors coming out of the gym, and a lot of people that are totally satisfied with the results.
I was by the other day. It's quite a big place you got there.
Yeah, it's about 13,000 square feet, the training area, with the taekwondo we have and aerobics also.
Mm-hmm. And also I noticed a lot of women go there now to train in aerobics and weights.
Yeah, that's right. Women are starting to realize how important weight training is. It's not only for men, like today it's for everybody. Young people, older people, women, men, it's for everyone. Is
it important that some women get the notion that they're going to grow these big muscles if they keep training, or is it something that just keeps you in shape if you do it lightly?
Well, it's going to keep you in shape. That's one of the fears of most people, is the fact that they're going to get muscle bound. But if you're going to train the proper way and using the correct method, there's no way that's going to have it right in.
Also, another popular misconception is a lot of people think that you have to spend hours and hours every day to keep in shape. Is that true or what?
Well, to keep in shape, to become Mr. Olympia, yes, but to keep in shape, it just takes maybe an hour to an hour and a half, 3 times a week, and it's going to make you feel a lot better about yourself and look a lot better.
Mm-hmm. How about the diet and stuff like that? Does it have to be really strict, or, you know?
Well, basically by exercising, you're also going to be burning off X number of calories, and by changing or altering your eating pattern or eating habits, it should, you should be attain the results you'd like.
Mm-hmm. What age do you think is a good time to start to, let's say, start getting in shape? You think it's good to start really young and build a habit, or is it a special time that...
Well, I think to develop an eating habit is important when you're young. But to start training or exercising with weights, I'd say at an age 13 or 14 is probably a relatively good time to get started. And all the way up to 80 or 90, you could keep training, again, as long as you're followed and you're using the proper method of training.
Unfortunately, over the years now, we've heard a lot about people getting into these steroids and everything else. How does it affect the conception of weightlifting now? Do you find people have...
Well, we have none of that in our club. We have no steroids going around. It's strictly a place where you come, work out, and to improve your physique, not to get involved in steroids.
Okay, I know I'd like to talk about some exercises people can do at home, because we were discussing before the show there that some people are training at home, but they're not doing the right exercises the right way. Is that...
That's right. What happens is more than too often, actually a lot of people will tend to go home and do the exercise incorrectly. And that's why it's so important to have people come to the gym where we can show them properly. We're going to demonstrate a few exercises here today, how to perform a sit-up correctly, and a few different other exercises.
Yeah? Okay, Emery, so we'll call Heather to come and show us and give us an example.
Heather's one of our instructors at the club. And she's going to show us how to perform a sit-up.
Okay. We have the camera on her. So, okay, could you describe what's happening now?
Okay. First off, it's very important to keep your knees bent when you're performing sit-ups, to keep the pressure off the lower back, and also to keep your back rounded a little bit.
Now, how many should you do a day, like, to kind of keep in shape, to give you a good head start in the morning?
Well, I'd say you do 3, 4, 5 sets of about 10 to 15 repetitions a day to start. Right?
That sounds like quite a bit for a beginner there, Emery.
3 to 5 sets. If you start doing 3 sets of 10 to 15 and you increase it, if you're just going to stick with a basic exercise like that, I think that's going to take you maybe 10, 15 minutes to do, and that's probably a good start.
10, 15 minutes to do about 5 sets like that.
That's right. Because you're going to do a set, you're going to take about a minute break, you do another set, and you follow through like that.
Do you advise that in the morning, or maybe at lunchtime, or sometime?
I think basically any time you have the time to do it is the right time. Some people are morning people, so it's better for them to do it in the morning. Some people prefer maybe after work. So you're going to have to find out when your time schedule allows you to do it, and when you feel the best, and I think that's the best time to do it.
Just a curious question on the way is, what do you think is happening? Do you think people are more health-minded than they used to be, or is it less, as far as you can see?
Well, I think the trend is much stronger than it used to be. I think people are a lot more health conscious of what they eat, how they look, especially with summer approaching right now. Now's the time to start picking up some sort of physical activity, or either starting to work out at home or doing some sort of activity, because when it's already April, April, May, it's a little too late already to get in shape for the summer, so now's the time to get started.
Thank you very much, Heather. Another thing too is, geez, I have so many questions. I know you brought one of your instructors here. He's also going to show us some proper ways how to do some weights, right?
That's right.
If I'm not using the right term there, curls or...
Curl, well, there's a few different exercises. There's a lot of exercises that can be performed at home with a simple barbell and dumbbell. But we're going to show you something most guys would like to have, are big arms. So it's a really basic exercise to do if you have a barbell. And Mike's going to show us how to do it.
Okay, so Mike is going to show us how to, how do we call this?
Barbell curls.
Barbell curls. So this is the way we do it.
That's right.
Whatever you do, folks, don't drop it on your feet when you try this at home. Have to do a lot.
Well, it's the most important.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much.
The most important is to perform the exercise properly. And as you keep doing it, your strength increases, so you're able to use more and more weight. We have another basic exercise that can be done in your home. It's like a similar to a push-up. It's like a similar to a push-up, but it's like a similar to a push-up, but it's...
Okay, perhaps Mike can show us real quick how to do this.
Yeah. Again, this is an advanced push-up. That's right.
So you put them on the floor, right?
That's right. Go all the way down for a good stretch and push all the way up.
How long has Mike been training?
He's been training for a few years. I'd say about six years or so.
What would you say, like a person like who's never done exercises at all before, to come and see you, and you'll give them a rundown exactly what they need and what to start. You can also guide them on the diet and what you have all kinds of.
Oh, exactly. Well, I think the best idea is if they come in and we set them off on a program right away according to their needs and according to their age and their time. And that's how we devise the program, and we get them started off the right way.
Well, this is all the time we have with our guest, Emery. I'd like to thank Emery very much for coming back on the show, and we're always looking forward to seeing Emery on the show to give us some good tips on health. You have the phone number. If you'd like to see him, he's very happy to be of assistance. So till next time, have a good week.